and Neo as well. Kind of being more of a backup or more situationally AWPing on certain spots. And Pasha, you know, he's save his AWP for the more aggressive kind of the T side of things instead. So I think it's quite cool. But we are into the pistol round of Inferno now. So this is the pick of EnVyUs, and they will absolutely be expecting to win this one.
Well, I've got Happy. Here's going to be the information man for the T side. Nobody in the apps for Virtus.pro, starting on the CT side. Virtus.pro, funnily enough, I would say well, the first team that I noticed were using Molotovs when they were introduced to significance. And it was on this map as well, on the CT side. If you saw Pasha over towards Arch with AWP, and he would put down a Molotov if he needed to retreat and so on. We've seen him continue to develop in Counter-Strike since then. So Virtus.pro playing passive, playing with basically no information. I think we have a library site and graveyard from the CT side, using the range here, and to great effect so far. Neo with 2 frags.
Yeah, it's a big play coming in for Virtus.pro on defense. So far, so good. Bomb is down on the site, and HLTV found it by Happy. His last man standing, but not standing for too long more, too much longer even. Words hard.
Too long more.
Too long more.
See, it's just about delivery, Dan. You can say whatever you want. He's not standing too long more. Let's go.
All right. Well, it's no bomb plant, so it is force buy time for EnVyUs, as expected. And Virtus.pro will understand this. You can see that they've bought a couple of UMPs to make sure that they can have enough grenades to deal with this, because they know that the Tech 9s are coming. They just don't know exactly where they're coming just yet.
Envy and the Tech 9s, hand in hand. Like Siegfried and Roydan, like Torvald and Dean, like Bill and Ben, the Flower Pot Men. They go well together. Oh, that's not a good start there.
It's a bad miss.
It's a bad miss. Oh, and that's a bad miss.
That reference game.
Well, we've got a player over on the balcony. I think it's Taz on the balcony for the CT side. The off angle. I love playing that position. Even if it's a silencer, it's good. Doesn't give you away because there's just so many places to check once the T's get to a point where somebody might be playing that position. So minutes on the clock now, and Envy look to head towards the B bomb site here. What is that nade from Barley? Normally when someone, so he's only got a Molotov, so that should do good damage there. Will he get down in time though? NBK's passed already. Very patient play by NBK. Devil goes down as well. Apex will indeed fall to the flames of Barley. Maybe there's a HE in there. Either way, bomb site is with Envy. Lots of time on the clock though. The CTs can wait for that smoke to disappear. That said, none of these 3 players have a kit.
Yeah, they basically just have to save. It's kind of ridiculous. But that happens. Pretty well done by EnVyUs to take this round straight back, but due to the fact that Virtus.pro should survive with 3 players alive with rifles, or well, 1 SMG and 2 rifles, they should have a decent chance of winning the next round. And normally what you would expect in this scenario is a force buy back from the other team. Of course, you know, from against some teams, like yesterday, we would see NIP on Overpass. They had a moment where they were in this spot where they decided not to force buy. Instead, they decided just to go for full to ecos, giving them 6k on a buy round instead. And that ended up being the key play that won them the map. And then eventually, you know, they managed to win the best of 3. But that's because they respect Astralis so much that they realize, okay, the investment of CZs and PT50s is not really going to do too much against Astralis. However, if you're playing against EnVyUs, a team that's not as tight in that sense, there might be some edges to gain from doing that, but this looks quite respectable here after that save from Virtus.pro.
Yeah, indeed it does, and the AKs are coming out for Envy now, already at 1-1. So this time these smokes will be successful for Virtus.pro, and they will take control of Banana with 3 players. Again, there's nobody really in apps for the CT side. Maybe the T's will clear it out a bit later on. It's kind of weird, if Virtus.pro had been wiped out and went for a force buy, then Envy should be wary of people in apps playing close with pistols. But since they saved a bunch of weapons, I think that is generally less likely, and indeed Envy will go to clear out the apps. So it's pretty much like a standard buy round kind of round, even though it's a bit of a force for Virtus.pro with their remaining players. The nade starts to disappear for the CT side now. Oh, that was pretty close. I'm sure that Bayali is standing behind a pillar, indeed he is. So, the nades running up for the CTs. Pasha going down. Oh, Happy. Before this smokes can come in. He's causing absolute havoc here. Finally taken down by Neo. And now we have a bit of a split in our hands. Bardi going down towards Banana. Neo and Snacks in a position to save here as Snacks only has 2 HP. So next time will be even weirder, but I expect the others will eco. What do you think?
Let's see. So they just lost a round. They force sport. So they'll have the $2,400 loss bonus. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm curious as to how much. Well, Neo's got $300 on him. I
mean, the thing is, like, the best they could do is buy, or Neo and Snacks could drop 2 FAMAS, and then there would be 3 FAMAS and an M4, but there would be no nades. So I think it's definitely going to be a full save from Virtus.pro, and they'll just try to do what they can with the FAMAS and the M4. And what they can try to do is sack those guns to invest them into damage, because whatever happens, they will be buying in the following round after that. So it should be fine to lose this M4 and this FAMAS in this round. So they don't need to. I even misread it. So yeah. This is a really awful position for Virtus.pro, to be honest. They don't get to start with good economy, and on the CT side no less. And this map is a bit T-sided when the CTs can't have any economy. I mean, that's kind of the nature of this map. If the CTs have a good economy, if they win the right rounds, then they can have all the nades. And having all the nades and the AWP makes a really big difference in how you can play this map defensively as the CTs. But Virtus.pro might not see an AWP for quite some time.
Well, it is a standard setup from Virtus.pro. 3 over towards A and 2 towards B. You can see Neo is over towards the short position. He's trying to use those bricks in case any flashbangs come in, but EnVy are taking it slow. Ooh, I think Kenny missed Neo there on the angle. So not much really going on. At the moment, the CT is moving over towards Arch, maybe to position to rotate towards B. Maybe there's a bit of a read going on there. Down goes Snacks, that's the FAMAS loss, so just the M4 to collect now, if you will. Neo staying over towards A for the time being, so perhaps he will be saving. Although, EnVy have taken a B bomb site, but they're still completely static in mid. 40 seconds left on the clock. Maybe, well, I mean, they have CT as well, so surely the bomb is going to start rotating, but it seems they want to clean out everything that Virtus.pro have remaining.
Yeah, Virtus.pro not really getting anything going, but as expected already in this round, Neo picks up a kill. And any kills are going to be really important for Virtus.pro to be able to pick up here. Just one more, just maybe one more. And if Neo can actually save his equipment and Pasha can save the AK, I mean, again, they are going to be buying next round, but it does mean that they don't have to spend as much money. But it looks like Kenny S will actually find the frag there with the MP9, which is good for him. I mean, he's going to be wanting to pick up the AWP at some point, and getting those MP9 frags, the extra $600 per kill will definitely help him do that. And it looks like he's going to go down after all, but I believe that Kenny S should be able to, he must be able to afford an AWP by now. Yeah, there you go. But he doesn't opt to go for it. EnVyUs instead going for perhaps a more dynamic style of play on their T side initially, and Virtus.pro will get the buy-in, but as you can see, they are very much lacking in, well, no AWP, nades aren't great. They managed to get only 4 smokes and only 2 incendiaries. So, and there's very low on flashes as well. So definitely not much here for Virtus.pro to work with utility-wise to delay their opponents. So they need to win some engagements, and they're going to try to do that here on Banana. And there you go. MBK will get taken out, and Virtus.pro have an early round advantage. A sorely needed early round advantage.
Yeah, that is the aggression they needed, and they got it with 3 men over towards B. 1 will slowly rotate towards A. Looks like he'll be taking residence over towards Arch. So far, so good for the VP side. But again, EnVy being very, very patient. They know that the Virtus.pro economy is still hurting. You can see there's 1 smoke, 1 flash, and 1 Molotov left on Virtus.pro, and that's it. They have nothing to slow down these Ts now. And they have a minute on the clock, do EnVyUs, to make a decision. They are a man down, but they'll worry more about that when the clock starts to get closer towards that kind of 30-second mark here. So around the bottom mid, don't really have any significant map control. The smoke is coming through, but Snacks is going to have to run for it. That's the smoke down bottom mid now, so that means he can't really protect top of B. So Apex gonna run back and get taken down by Neo. So surprising. I thought they'd try and capitalize on the fact that they made it through the smoke towards Banana, but they didn't. And now there's 25 seconds left, and they are 2 men down, and they have no choice but to try and just force their way into the A bomb site here. Neo being very patient, making the call for his teammates, and everybody gets wiped out. Perfect round for Virtus.pro.
And they definitely needed that one. The only pick converted on from Virtus.pro, or what I hesitate to say even a pick. They kind of pushed for that frag there with a couple players, so that's going to work out for them. EnVyUs, however, still have enough money to buy, and that's it ends up being a great call that Kenny didn't invest in the AWP. Although maybe you could say that he would have gotten something out of it in that round, but either way, it does leave him in a situation where he's a full buy right here, and that is important right now as EnVyUs give themselves one more chance to re-break Virtus.pro's money if they're able to take this round, and then they will have dominant control of this first half, I should think. But how are they going to find this advantage? Virtus.pro once again are playing the deep smoke on Banana for Banana control. But again, Virtus.pro are quite low on A's. They have 2 smokes left now with 1 minute and 20 seconds on the clock. So EnVyUs should have their pick of a bomb site, and it looks like Virtus.pro playing fairly passively. So EnVyUs should be able to set up a set piece if they want to.
Yeah, VT have a lot of movement around Arch and CT at the moment, trying to decide where they want to put the players, but Snacks now has been taken down towards the B bomb site. It was previously Barley showing some aggression over there. He is helping his teammate boost over towards Arch. So Virtus.pro not putting anybody over towards B for the time being. Maybe banking on EnVy, expecting someone else to be there. So they're taking a bit of a gamble as those smokes start to come in. They can throw a flash into pull from their position, but now it's too late. NBK has made his way into the barbecue area, and they will realize that the bomb site is completely empty.
Yeah, but here are the CTs very, very rapidly onto the retake. Bjarni already opening things up there, taking down NBK. 3 versus 3 there. And again, no nades on pretty much anyone at this point, just a single flashbang on Devil. But that's it. And Pasha, he's going to try to capitalize here with this forward positioning of the CTs. Moving through construction, he'll pick up another kill, making things much worse here for EnVyUs. But Kenny is fighting back. It's down to Apex to get the trade. He sprays wildly there, and he does pick up the kill, but there's still a little bit of time on the bomb, and Taz is in for the 1 versus 1. He can't get the refrag, and EnVyUs survived by the skin of their teeth with just 1 player left in Apex, and that will be the 4-2, and that will be Virtus.pro in a weird situation because they sort of want to buy, but they can't really buy. So do they quasi, do they full save, or do they force out the buy and try to reset their opponents? Because they know that EnVyUs don't have any money right now. Looks like they will go for the conservative approach.
Yeah, I think they'd prefer to have like 1 good buy, at least in this half. So maybe it'll be the next one. Just pistols here. Some deagles though. They do have 2 smokes and a flash. So no smokes have gone down towards mid, so I wonder how they choose to use them. Just raw picking coming in here from EnVy. Virtus.pro without much else to offer. Maybe some aggression towards the B-bomb site. You will see it will be choked off for the time being by that smoke. So, attacking going on, mainly in favour of the CTs, but nothing to be too concerned about just yet for the T side. Wow, Snacks is charging through the smoke there. Very cheeky indeed. He's going to get himself 2 kills. I thought he went down, but it was Neo. That is mad cheeky. Now Barley, with 2 players tagged on a T side, could do some more damage.
Yeah, you never know with these PT50s, but 3 players left, and looks like they're actually going to double back. They realize that the A side of the map is clear, so I think, yeah, Barley hears the footsteps, so he's going to start investigating matters, and MBK, ooh, he's just going to fade away just at the wrong moments. If he had waited a second longer, he would have spotted and probably killed Barley, and the round would be over, but, instead, Barley might be able to pick up a weapon over there as 2 TZ go down, unless they must have thrown the weapons away.
Yeah,
otherwise, Barley would have an AK right now.
Yeah, they must have lobbed them over the wall. Although, from the position where they went down, if he stood on the logs, there's a chance that he would actually be able to retrieve the weapon. Just based purely on where they died. But we may never know. Oh, that is disgusting.
A 1 shot there, and that is the AK. Picks it up the hard way. 5 HP for him. He surely wants to save this AK. A frag and an AK, that's a really good result. 1 bullet is all that's required, and somehow he gets another kill. That's ridiculous from Bialy. Absolutely ridiculous. to pick up 2 kills there in the way that he just did. And he's going to survive with the AK. Very, very crazy stuff. And, well, EnVyUs will take another round, but they did sustain quite some damage there. However, Virtus.pro, I mean, their money is going to be enabling them to buy. And this round could be the way back in. But they really need to close it. And they have Neo on the AWP now. So will Neo go aggressive with a spawn, or will he just play B? How is this going to work? He will go to A, it looks like, as... actually, is that Pasha with the best spawn? Not surprised maybe he wouldn't throw it to Pasha. Pasha loves peeking with anything, James.
Yeah, I think he probably had a good enough spawn to take that peek. But it seems they'll go for the more passive play. Guess it is a peak with variance. Even if you have a good spawn, you can still get taken out. So I suppose with the start they've had, they want to be more conservative about it. Put the mollies into the bedroom, which will allow the T's to push in. There's actually a tricky one you can do from the stairs, which expands into the deep corner. So people can run there to try and save themselves from the Molotov, and then it expands into their position. Speaking of slowly dying, over here we have many bodies falling towards the arch position. Only 2 EnVy players left here, Happy and Devil, who is carrying the bomb. We'll be looking behind him as well, but too many angles for just one man. The bomb goes down, Pasha will retreat, and redone. And that's a good round for Virtus.pro, only losing 1 player now. So that's some breathing room, just a little bit, for their economy. They're still 2 rounds behind though. 3 from 8 rounds is pretty bad for the CT side.
But they finally broke EnVyUs, and that's really what matters. As EnVyUs will probably, I mean, they should probably force buy in this position at least. It's really interesting that they go so conservatively here, because they need, like, their money is so low that they need to eco twice, regardless of what happens. Well, unless they get the bomb down, but surely that won't happen. And you can see Apex went P250 Kevlar. So yeah, interesting spot here. It looks like Nia's going to find a kill aggressively in the apps. And, well, it's a bit of a shooting gallery here in favor of the CTs, of course. And Tams will pick up another kill with the USP. Just KennyS left with the P250, no Kevlar on him. And, wow, he gets an AWP. KennyS has an AWP, that's dangerous. And he missed the no-scope there, but I'm actually surprised about that. I could very realistically see KennyS getting 2 more kills there. But he will not. And actually, that full save is, yeah, they're going to kind of quasi it now with 5 HEs. So very, I would say, an unconventional approach. You wouldn't normally see things work out in this way. But EnVy is trying to play quite economically here on their T side.
Well, where will these HEs go? That is the question. We have an execute coming in towards Banana. They're all flying up there. Neo's taking some damage. He's like, what? And he slowly moves away from the position that his teammates will take him up. Flash is coming in. So far, so good for the CT. Snax has gone down, though. 2 more CTs to be had, but have to be careful. Neo gets naded off the Fox corner down. He gets finished off from a HE.
I think all the damage he took was from HEs.
I think you're right, yeah.
Because the first 4 put him down to 24, and then that. I was hoping that we would see that grenade there that finished him off, and it came in. That's good. That's good to see. And Yardi's got a lot of money, so has Pasha actually, due to the weapons that have been saved and so on. And now Virtus.pro are running with good buys. And this is such an interesting series because the first 2 maps have at some point been very, very good for either team. There has been spots where Virtus.pro being really good on cash, and there have been spots where EnVyUs have been really good on cash, and the same can be said on Inferno for both teams. Which is why I brought the consistency thing into question at the start of the broadcast. So EnVyUs are working on standard map control early on. Neo's there with the AWP. Oh, this could be good. Oh, wow, the double peek from both sides gets tagged down. They can't escape the angle. And Neo, he will fall. So problems here, perhaps, for Virtus.pro. They've decided now to gamble and have 3 players towards A and just 1 towards B. Of course, they had the smokes down early for early banana control, so that's one of the reasons why they're afforded to do that. But quite some time has passed and the nades are running quite low. I don't know that they have another smoke for banana. So right now on banana, the player there is just playing information, and Virtus.pro have a floater who's in arch who can go to B if necessary. There is Snacks. He's not got the smoke to work with. He's just got the angles. Ooh, and the double peek comes in. MBK wins the frag. And really big problems here now.
Yeah, standing loud and proud. Got shot down by the T's. So they're not committing to the B bomb site though. Expecting a rotation. They've got Happy. So they're expecting the CTs to have run all the way there and put Happy in a position to stop the rotation. But they've overplayed their cards, Dan. And they are going into the stack now. And now the stack's gone. Leaving Taz alone in the pit. He's got the bomb though. And there are 5 seconds. He just needs to hide here. 3 seconds left. All he needs to do is take down, but surely he doesn't die. 4 HP with 1 second left, and he will win the round for his team by timeout.
That's pretty nuts. 6-5 then, and really weird situation for EnVyUs to be in. MEK's got full equipment still, and he's just sitting there like, well, don't have any money. And so they're thinking, okay, well, we should just buy with MBK here and even up the money a little bit, because otherwise MBK, he can't buy in the next round. I don't know, actually. I think saving could actually be the right call, just due to the fact that they can't really impact Virtus.pro's economy unless they basically win the round. And, well, we'll see if they can do that. Tech9s are dangerous, especially in the hands of these French players who are looking to assault this A bomb site, setting up outside right now as Pasha throws down a defensive incendiary to delay, and he pushes hard, but everybody is funneling through quad here for the EnVyUs side. MBK picks up 1 frag, but there's just not enough in the way of trades coming in from the rest of his teammates, and Virtus.pro looks to be fantastic in this round, losing just 1 player. VP are looking really good right now, and it was after such a sketchy beginnings where they looked like they would maybe never have any money, but now they are swimming in cash.
All of a sudden, they've got a 2-round lead, Dan. It was looking, I'll be honest, it was looking pretty bleak in the earlier stages of this half.
Yeah.
I was concerned for the polls, but it seems my concerns have been alleviated, at least for now, Dan.
Absolutely. It's going to be interesting now to see whether or not a recovery can be made for EnVyUs. Oh wow, a very aggressive incendiary there from Banana straight into the slope. That is really aggressive. I mean, you have to wonder what that's actually going to do, as unless you're expecting them to be pushing through the smoke, but they don't want that. They're so crazily inclined, at least not today. And Virtus.pro, they will lose Neo again earlier into the round. And it's Pasha on the AWP now. So again, the normal reaction we're seeing from Virtus.pro, they lose a man, they put 3 on A, and they leave Snacks on B defensively. And he has an AWP as well, which is a really nice situation for Snacks.
That's a nice HE he's got there. A jumping HE, so he doesn't have to face the angle with an aid in his hand. I respect that, Dan. I respect it. Just under a minute here for EnVy to capitalise on their man advantage. Again, they're dropping the nades over towards Long. That is a reasonable nade, which will cause some harm to Devil, and they'll know that a player is in that position. Speaking of position, Snacks forced off his by the Molotov. And again, EnVy are just around the mid-area. They don't really... I mean, they've harassed the CTs a bit. They've tried to push them back, but look at that pop flash coming out from Bialy. Happy is now stuck in the corner. I'm not even sure if he's visible from there. But Bialy's rotating away, as is Pasha, who gets taken down in the last second. The push, though, is coming into B.
Yeah, who's there to defend this? Just Snacks. 1 frag for him. What else can he get here in this position? They are quickly approaching. There's nothing he can do. Snacks will go down in the end. And Virtus.pro probably considering saving right now, but there is Happy, who is there to kill such players, to hunt them down. And there it is, the first kill from Happy. There's another one to be had, though, as Bialy is about to enter his reticle. And there you go. Happy picks off both players. And that will be a 5-7, moving to a 6-7 for EnVyUs. And Virtus.pro at least have some money, some bank to draw from, but it's a pretty rough situation for Virtus.pro, considering that they probably would have liked to get at least that, at least a 9-6. But I feel like EnVyUs have a really good chance to maybe even win the half at this rate, as if they break this by Virtus.pro, they are on eco.
Down to the mag 7 now. He hasn't had the best of times. And this aggression continues from Virtus.pro on Banana. Snacks has a flash coming in, but Happy reads it. Doesn't get the frag, though. Can't find his face in time. Snacks with a nice punish there. The nade, though, may cause problems a bit later. You see, there's a boost towards the balcony. You don't often see that boost. And Taz is almost on the angle. So it seems that EnVy have a read on what to expect from Virtus.pro here. But Taz keeps his pack open now. This is great timing. He tries to push, but Apex gets the frag regardless. He is in trouble now. Down he goes. Was unable to escape there. Didn't have the range to really move back with the mag 7. I'm sure he wanted to. Pack getting big through the box. He'll go down as well in a trade for Kenny S.
I have no idea how Patrick got that kill. That's insane. Just popped up, got the kill, and went down with the wallbangs. But in getting that kill, actually, he gives a chance here for his teammates. If Snacks is able to get the fast first frag, but I get sprayed through the smoke. Oh no, poor Snacks. Oh my god, MVK picks up both kills through the smoke. First a headshot on Snacks, who was basically trying to retreat, and then a headshot on the second player, who was trying to pick up the AWP. That is a disaster there for the EnVyUs, so rather for the Virtus.pro side. EnVyUs really taking the mick with that one. And now it's going to be, as I said, a very possible 8-7 here for EnVyUs, which is interesting considering that the start was so dominant from them. Didn't look like Virtus.pro had all the dominance.
It's worth noting that NV didn't forget to buy pistols. It is the last round of the first half. If you have the money, always buy your pistols as well, your CZ, your 5.7s, your Tech 9s, your P250s, your dual elites if you're feeling a little ridiculous. So we've got the Nova, it's Shotgun City here on Virtus.pro side with a bit of a force buy making a cameo appearance. So again, Virtus.pro, this time with little choice, going aggressive towards Banana, Snacks holding the corner there with a 5.7. Pretty much all the weapons they're holding are, the aim is the one shot. The one shot to the chest with the shotguns, the one shot to the head with the 5.7s, the P250. Snacks with a flash. Again, that Molotov. Those nades that just simply never thrown when Fox is holding that angle. Never, ever, ever. MBK finally getting taken down here by Snacks as the rest of his team move over towards the A-bomb site. We've got Neo being taken down in the balcony area and Pasha falls towards Arch. So we've got a split now onto the A-bomb site. There is one player, that's Taz. Was Taz, he is history now. His last two players coming from mid. And that will be that 8-7. So that's I mean, considering the starts here, considering it was a 5-2 start for the EnVyUs side, going 8-7 now in favour of Envy is a reasonable recovery.
Yeah, it's kind of a sort of pretty weird first half, wasn't it? I mean, in reality, what we saw there was, again, like the money being in a really good place for EnVyUs, they managed to create a situation where Virtus.pro kept getting reset. I think it happened twice. Yeah, it happened twice. Virtus.pro win the pistol round, then they lose the immediate round afterwards, and EnVyUs get a streak of rounds. Finally, Virtus.pro pick up a round again, then immediately get reset again. And so for Virtus.pro, for me to have 7 rounds, I'm actually quite impressed with Virtus.pro. I think they're looking quite decent today. But again, you know, EnVyUs were doing very well in getting picks as well, so on their T side. And that's always can always be quite of a tricky affair on the T side of Inferno, especially against a team like Virtus.pro. But that said, you know, if Virtus.pro had more stable money during some of the halves, I feel like the AWPs could have done something good against that. But we saw the AWPs coming in very, very late for them. They didn't really have an AWP on Snacks until right at the last rounds. So yeah, I feel like Virtus.pro did quite well considering that they were often playing without too much. And you know, EnVyUs, as far as their CT side goes, it's hard to really understand what to expect from Inferno, because Inferno's Inferno. These teams all know how to play the basic Inferno. There's no particular new strats or things that people are coming up with. And if there is something new to show, now is not necessarily the time to show it, because the lands that we're running now are going to be still running Inferno. So you'd want to show those probably on LAN maybe. And I don't think many teams, if any, have anything new on Inferno right now.
Yeah, I don't know that I've seen anything new. I mean, there's a kind of just super tiny things like that boost you saw from Envy, just waiting for somebody to have a look towards the up boiler towards the balcony to see if anything's going on there. So trying to punish people there, but other than that, there's not much that we're seeing new for the time being. It was really aggressive though from Virtus.pro. Lots of frags around the car position on Banana, which seemed to be a bit of an issue for them in some of the rounds. But again, they did have a really good recovery. So we're just waiting for Virtus.pro, who appear to have some connection issues. So yeah, that's still going on for a while. It seems so. We might go to a short break while that happens because I have no idea how long that's going to take. Hopefully, it's not too long. Maybe there's a bit of router rebooting going on, but hopefully we'll be back with the second half very soon, guys. So stay tuned. We'll be back in a short few minutes. Welcome back. Quicker than expected, which is great. I got a Steam controller, Dan. It's a bit weird. I haven't tried it yet, but it's like, it has this haptic thing. So you just put your finger anywhere around there and it registers it, as opposed to, well, these, which are normally there. Because for our VR thing, we have a fishing game, which apparently requires a controller. So I had to get a controller for it. So now we can try the fishing game and see if we can do any base fishing, Dan. Great. Are you looking forward to the fishing?
I'm not really into fishing.
I used to fish with sweet corn because I was too grossed out to put maggots on the hook. That said, I did like putting my hand into the bucket of maggots and having them all wiggle around.
That's really weird.
In the tackle shot. That's what we used to call it.
So why did you have problems, using them as bait?
I don't know. It was too fiddly, so I just used sweet corn instead.
How is sweet corn not more fiddly?
No, because you just stick it on the hook. But it's massive, isn't it? So it's easier.
But you can do that with a maggot as well.
Yeah, but maggot's tiny and it wriggles in between your finger and your thumb. So yeah, it's probably doable, but it's harder.
I should think it is actually doable. Because that's how people do it, James.
Yeah, that's how.
Except for you, who uses sweet corn instead.
Yeah, that's true. That's also true. But maybe
what are you going to catch with sweet corn? What's going to be lured by?
Well,
sweet corn?
nothing actually. I don't forget about fish. I once went to Walthamstow, right, and I cast my line out with a weight on it, so it went really far, and a swan was flying past, and it clotheslined the swan, and the swan crashed into the bank. Moving into Counter-Strike, though, EnVy are around ahead, and now we move into the second half, where they will be on the CT side. A bunch of nades coming out for the Virtus.pro side. 4 Kevlars and the 1 defuse kit for EnVy. Devil has gone for 2 flashbangs as well. That's a good start there from NBK, taking down Neo towards Banana. No information though. Again, well, we have 3 people over towards B for EnVy. The A players are playing passive as the Virtus.pro guys did, but they had a player Graveyard and one in Apex's position as well. So we'll see Virtus.pro taking it very carefully at the moment.
Here they go. Apex is there on the defense, but Virtus.pro straight through the smoke, straight into Archway. Looking potentially just to go all the way to the B-bomb side here and just catch these players on rotation. That looks like exactly what's happening right now, and I think it's Devil who's in construction, just backpedaling massively. As you can see, Apex is going mental there, picking up a kill. That's going to be really problematic here. Virtus.pro losing too many members, getting into the B site. They've not even arrived yet, and it's just Bialy left. So this it looked great, it had loads of potential. But now Bialy's in that 1 versus 4, he picks up 1 kill, but still many more players to find, and Devil's going to get it done. So EnVyUs defend that very well, and well, that's going to be them starting off with a good CT economy, so long as they don't lose the follow-up round, just as Virtus.pro did when Virtus.pro won the CT pistol. They're going to be in really good stead here at the early start of the second half.
9-7. We've got the Mag 7 coming out for Apex. The rest on SMG's triple MP7. That's really interesting, actually, because that's one of the, Bison aside, which is not a sensible buy in a round like this. The MP7 is a reasonable one, but It's not one that you see very often. I think Threat was using it at the major, but apart from him, it was quite a lot of UMP. You see the UMP onto Happy. $500 less the UMP, and I want to say that has the best armor penetration of the SMGs to boot.
It does. It does indeed.
The moving accuracy of the MP7s will be superior. Well, it is Happy who goes down with the UMP over towards the B-bomb site, but there's no capitalization from Virtus.pro. They're going to move back. They lost a player as well in Pasha. The UMP hasn't been collected either by the side. They do have a bunch of nades. They have 2 smokes as well. 3 smokes, in fact. So we'll know, we may never know what the UMP could have done for them. I think Devil's going to be looking for some information. Apex actually spots a few players there, but he's a bit stuck. He is in a duel at the moment, and he's going to get taken down with some flashbangs. So advantage Virtus.pro.
Indeed, but for how long? The SMGs are still alive and kicking. We have one on the B-bomb side waiting. These Polish players. It is Devil, and he doesn't have much support right now. There is a player, ECS, rapidly approaching, but I don't think Devil's going to get much help initially. The flash comes in, that helps massively, but he has to switch to the pistol. That's good for 2 frags, though. Headshot onto Neo, and now just 2 players left in the pool, jumping and gunning there from ECS. He will go down, but not after making 1 frag first, leaving Devil in a 1 versus 1. MP7 has time for the reload, comes back out, and Devil somehow survives the onslaught, getting 2 frags with the P2K, as well as NBK coming in right at the end to clean it up. And EnVyUs win that round. So it was kind of chaotic, but they survive with 2 players, and Virtus.pro must save now 1 round at the very least. So EnVyUs do what Virtus.pro could not, and they are surviving that 2nd round.
Well, let's see what impact it has. For now, VP will be on Eco. Just 2 P250s and a flashbang, pretty much. Happy though, giving the position away, got some jumping, and he is going to get almost fully glocked there as coming in to finish things off. MP7 picks up by the side now, and the bomb has a good chance of going down. Many players for Kane to find. He will find all the players shown to him. A 3K for him. Neo gets naded as well. So a nice cleanup there by ECS. Bomb did go down, however. Throw his M4 over towards his teammate, the one he found. And they will award him the defuse. I like that. It's like, hey, you take the defuse, mate. You got 3K. Nice.
It's good as well because you get money for defusing the bomb, I think, don't you?
Get a bonus 300.
Yeah, just as you do planting the bomb. So that means what ECS made from that round was $1,500. And he's your AWPer. So absolutely, you should give him the defuse in that situation, just so he can buy the AWP and not have the hassle of having it dropped from somebody else. So Snacks will be on the AWP, speaking of AWPs, and still on MP7 here for MBK. So this is an interesting round for EnVyUs because they're actually at a disadvantage now on the weaponry. Quite a significant one because the AK is already better than the M4s really. And then you've got the AWP on Snacks, and MBK's got MP7. So if EnVyUs are able to survive this round and maybe even pick up the AWP or maybe an AK or 2, they're looking really good, to be honest. Because that puts them at 12 rounds, very likely 13. Then they're only 3 away, and they'll have a great economy. So this round is actually very big for EnVyUs to win. Very, very big indeed.
Do we have a boost on the B-bomb site? I can only see 4 people on the radar, which would suggest to me that the 5th is boosted. Perhaps we will find out.
Yeah, you can see
there is a
X-ray,
boost, yeah. Interesting.
I guess that's on the very close angle. I think I know exactly where that is. Yeah, that's it. The super close angle.
Oh, so Happy's on top of him. Yeah, the radar, unfortunately, the radar shows the person on the bottom, not the person on the top. So where he's pressed the wrong person when you're observing. I actually messaged Valve about that recently, and hopefully they'll fix that in the future, because it sucks when you're an observer. Devil now creeping around the smoke. Still 5 players here for the EnVy side, but it seems the split is on now. We have a bit of retreating coming in from Happy towards CT spawn, and NBK's coming in for the flank now with the MP7. Meanwhile, Snacks is still looking over the smoke here on Banana, so we're going to have lots of mini fights coming in here. This is going to escalate quickly. Happy's been taken down in CT, and now the CT continues to stream in. Devil on the site, though, to mount the defense. He's going to get himself 3 frags, actually, making this very doable. Now Snacks is alone all of a sudden.
Yeah, this is really good for EnVyUs. Devil gives them a really solid chance to take this round. Snacks is very formidable though, and he's got an AWP. That smoke will be a bit annoying. Allows the CTs to get a bit closer. Good damage there, but he gets sprayed down by Apex. And the round will be won by EnVyUs. They'll be able to pick up an AWP and an AK-47 if KennyS wants it. I'm sure he will get the AWP indeed. And Apex will run off and grab himself an AK. So there you go, 12 rounds now. And the very key that the bomb went down for Virtus.pro, as you can see, because that's actually the difference in them having a buy with nades and them actually thinking about saving. But instead, they have the buy. And EnVyUs, they want that 13. It's going to be a little bit harder than maybe they would have imagined. But KennyS has the AWP. How will he play this? Looks like he's playing fairly passively to begin with. And we'll see Neo making his way quickly up Banana, as it does look like Virtus.pro want to pressure this. They've got 3 players quickly there with presence. Will they throw nades in? Will they just push through the smoke? Happy is in a very dangerous position here. He will fall back. The mollies. Lots of pressure from Virtus.pro on Banana.
So we've got the CT smoke going down. Though Devil's going to get another flag. He's holding the B bomb sites pretty well at the moment. Barley's continuing to harass, but he is alone at present. There are smokes all over the place, and the other T seem a bit disoriented. Holding down barbecue area. Now it's Taz to get a 2-man spray down. That's going to open up the site, but there's already a player in construction and one not far behind in NBK.
Wow. Okay, 2 quick kills there. One from the smoke and one from KennyS on coils with the AWP. And the bomb is ticking, sure, but it's 3 versus 2 right now, and the CTs are very, very much ready for the retake. KennyS knows that I would think that nobody's crossed to the right of the site, so they should understand that there's a player on Banana and Pool. They should be able to eliminate this, and the smoke goes down. And KennyS is waiting for it. Boom! There's a snap straight to the face. Taz is dead. A distant memory now, as is Bialy. And I truly believe that due to the information KennyS had, that they, and the fact that again, like KennyS survived and held that angle for the entire duration of the round, that they knew nobody could possibly be in the actual site, which only leaves 2 spots. So that makes it really easy for the CTs. And they will win the round. Also their economy. And Virtus.pro, because of the loss bonus and due to the bomb plant, have 1 more buy. So it is hard here for EnVyUs to pick up these rounds, and some of them are going quite close, but they are pulling it over the line so far. And Devil, you're right, Devil's been doing a great job so far.
He has indeed. He is holding it down for his teammates, who are 3 rounds away from the first game in this best of 3. The second game will be Cash. And last will be Train if it goes there. So VP back on the buy here. Got a reasonable amount of nades. Envy playing passive towards B. They've got a player in library, site, and on the balcony. So they do not want to get picked off in isolation towards top mid. That said, Kenny is moving into a more aggressive position here. But the smoke gets re-smoked. So I would expect him to move away, but he's going to be holding his angle there and taking it down regardless. Apex with very fast frags here. 3 over towards the short position. Finally gets taken down, but it's not his done. He's Vardy alone, almost gets a 2-man himself. 2-man spray down after taking him down. But he'll be left in 1 HP and then killed. So Envy now with double the score of Virtus.pro. He can go for another buy, but it won't be a great buy. They will be galores.
That first bullet accuracy there from Apex was beautiful to see. Just boom, 1, 2, 3, and there you go, the push is dead. And quickly it's gone to 14 rounds now for EnVyUs. They are quite close, and they've pushed Virtus.pro to the worst buy they've seen in recent times. What will Virtus.pro be able to do with it? That is the question, as they look towards the A side of the map. Not many nades, so they're pretty committed with the nades that they use, as you don't want to just throw nades and then not use the investment and just throw it away. Wouldn't make sense. So they are going to be making their way through towards A. I wonder if they're thinking about getting through Arch. Probably not, as they had no one around Banana. So it looks like just a simple push onto A. And there it is, first entry. Oh, they're lining up for KennyS. He actually tagged one player through the first one that he killed. And now it's a 3 versus 3. So there's a chance here now for Virtus.pro.
Fast flank those coming in from Happy towards shorts, where the angle is being held by Ali. But again, Barley and Taz heavily tagged. I think one of them did get a bit of collateral damage from Kenny's AWP. So really deciding no one's arch based on the trajectory of that nade. Just choking off the pit position. See, Snacks is in the graveyard area. Around the corner and then and Snacks will take down 2. Leaving NBK alone now, and he will get finished off as well. So Virtus.pro not out of this yet. They're hanging on, Dan.
Yeah, that was really close. I mean, you can see Devil had a really good idea of that position, whether it was a call or just game sense, and he was unlucky not to get the frag. It was also due to the fact that afterwards they knew absolutely, and if that player was tagged, and MBK still couldn't finish him off. That would have given MBK a 1 versus 1. So very, very close round actually. All things said and done. And Virtus.pro, they have the AWP again on Snacks, and Happy is only on a 5-7. I find that a little bit strange. That can't be right. Was their money really that low? I guess it was.
Apparently so. Got VP moving towards A again. This time it's, well, Kenny's back on the AWP and he's over towards the arch position. Throw a smoke over towards Banana for his teammates so they can save theirs for later on. And he's going to be roaming around the A site now. Neo is going to have his head chopped off Game of Thrones style. The rest of his team still in position. There he goes with another frag. Virtus.pro is looking to execute, but they're getting shut down at every angle.
Now Snacks has to do something. Basically, I think the way that this needs to go is that Snacks has to take a risk to get a pick with the AWP. But the problem is that Kenny S is all over the place. They have no idea where he's looking or where he's standing. And that's a really big problem for them. So going towards Arch side, where there's less angles to peek, obviously moving through quad is really difficult if you've already lost players. So Arch side makes no sense. Pasha will get the frag. The trade comes in here, 2 from MBK in fact, even just the Ali alone. And there surely is no way that Virtus.pro saved this round from this position. It's been very hard indeed, but there is a quick kill from Bialy. 1 versus 2 now. And he'll take the bomb all the way back to B. And Devil, he will be able to be hidden here on this bomb site. So Bialy has a very, very hard task on his hands because he has no idea if a player's even here at this point. And there you go, Devil. Oh, the money Molotov right there. And Bialy's going to take him down. Headshot, straight headshot there. So that's now a very on round. We've got Bialy with that bomb ticking away. Now he's the player that could be anywhere. Will Kenny S make such a good guess as Bialy did? We shall see. Kenny S with the M4 here and not the trademark AWP. Bialy just hidden in construction. Here's the footsteps of Kenny S. And around the corner he'll go as Kenny S desperately tries to search for Bialy. And there it is. Pushes out the flashbang there, but that must have landed. That was weird because Bialy didn't get flashed even a little bit there. So where did that flashbang actually land? Like inside of Bialy or something? What happened?
Maybe it went behind him or was around.
But even if it goes behind you, there should be something. It's just we didn't see any. There's no whiteness at all.
Who knows, Dan? Who knows? Nobody knows.
I just don't know.
Just don't know. So Virtus.pro on a good read of the CT economy. Got to bring out the UMP, the Mac 10 onto Neo. Love me some Mac 10. Remember the days where Fnatic used to have Devil walk on the Mac 10 and send him into Banana to find out where there was a stack on anti-ecos. Those are fun days. Long gone now. And indeed, there is a stack over towards the B bomb site here. Will they send in Neo to do the recon? He has got a lot of nades as well. Will they just pure execute with loads of mollies? So Snacks and Pasha going to be heading in first. Pasha's gone down. And this stack is working out for the CT. So maybe some more recon was needed here for the T side. Devil's taken down 2. And he's still got more to come. Apex with 2 frags as well. So yeah, I mean, Virtus.pro, they have a player with a Mac 10. They have a player with a UMP. And they don't really do any research as to whether or not anyone's in the bomb site. Just run in there.
But if you are going to run in, that's fine. But you have to throw all the Molotovs. You have to Molotov the back of the site. You have to Molotov new boxes, first oranges. They know those Molotovs. I know that they do. They must know them, James. They know all the Molotovs. They absolutely do. So why were they not purchasing them? That's really sad, isn't it? Because all those positions that the CTs were standing in is Molotovable. All of them. Very Molotovable. Oh well, it is going to be 15-9. EnVyUs looking like they are destined to win this Inferno now. And the A bomb site will go to the T's, but it feels almost as if it's been allowed for it to happen. They don't care that the plant goes down. It makes it even better, James. That means all the T's are clustered up. They're all in one place for the CTs to frag. But that said, Taz picks up a quick one, and he's got 2 players to face. The trade game should be alive, and indeed it will be. That will be the round in the first map going to EnVyUs. Their choice has been won on Inferno, and we'll be moving on to Cash, which will be Virtus.pro's choice, and that's a great map for EnVyUs as well. But again, it's hard to say